what could artists do? Because the fact that the production costs, I totally understand.
Yeah, bro.
Right? It makes sense. But there must be a way they could hone in on their skills to be cataloging some sort of material where whether it's a producer like you or a producer in Jamaica or in the US or whatever, a label, where they have something to show without having to, totally,
Spend a bunch of money.
have a big production on a catalog.
Right. So one of the things they could do is they could actually so computers are a bit cheaper now. So I advise some of my artists, like, what you can do is you can buy like a very decent computer with not many fancy specs and buy like a little audio interface and a mic. You can get like a what's this brand called again? Oh boy, it's like a little red box. I forgot the name. Focusrite. Focusrite has like some small interfaces that allow you to they give you a mic, headphones, and a little bundle for like maybe $200 US.
Yeah.
250 is like what, 60 grand, and that allows you to record yourself. So I advise some of them to like just start recording yourself, and any producer that's worth his salt could hear talent even if it's not recorded to the best.
Sure,
Yeah. So like I could hear somebody singing on the phone and be like, "Yo, wait, hold on, what?"
So the melodies they come in with, the lines, whatever.
Just the maturity, the tone, and these things. So you could there's ways you can get around. Even your phones, like these iPhones now are so advanced that you could actually record, like people record from prison now, bro.
Yeah.
So like you can record yourself onto music and actually have good productions that that are not too bad as well. So don't limit yourself to thinking that you need a bunch of gear, because I had to learn that as well.
But that's kind of my philosophy in production. I mean, we do have some expensive equipment, but really and truly less is more, because when you have less, you're forced to figure out a way and get more creative to get what you see. And I find having more equipment or these big, fancy, expensive things limit your creativity.
Yeah, because you're steady stuck on trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you're like, what should I use? What should I use?
Yeah, you're distracted from being creative because you're focused on, how do I work this podcast board, or how do I?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true, because even with me, like when I started, I was stuck on playing, like probably some of the worst gear, because of the fact that it was so expensive to get good gear in Guyana, like in terms of like mixing and production stuff. Not even mixing, but just like a keyboard, and so I had to learn how to make my keyboard do everything. So like when I started making beats, like I had a keyboard that had like 4 tracks. I don't know if you know what tracks are. So every instrument goes on a separate track.
Yeah. We have that in video as well.
Yeah. So exactly.
Yeah.
Like so imagine trying to make a song that has like 25 instruments playing with only 4 tracks.
Yeah.
So you had to learn how to like chop up this piece and like stitch it in there, and like how play or split the board and play 2 things at the same time on one track.
Yeah.
And then like.
Oh, that's a killer, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
That's giving me like a headache thinking about that.
So I learned to do that, and then I got a bigger board that had like 16 tracks, and that was like heaven. Going from 4 to 16, I was like, oh my God. So now people got like 100 tracks, 96, 32, all kind of thing. So but I learned to master those cheesy songs, those crappy stuff, and try to make them good. So when I got stuff that was better, it just automatically was like people, like there was a jump when I changed equipment, because I was already making this song decent. When I got stuff that was better, it was like it almost seemed to people that I just had a big jump in terms of like my creativity. But I just had new equipment now because I had mastered this junk for so long.